Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I have a special guest on my channel.
Hi everyone, my name is Palesa and I'm from South Africa, and I came with Anne during the same spring intake?
Yeah, spring intake for the epik program. So we're both teaching here in Korea. As you all know, I live in Sejong and Palesa lives on Jeju Island. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the differences of living on the mainland versus Jeju. Most of the mainland, I guess, things are going to be based on me living in Sejong, since that's the only place I've lived in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about the differences of mainland versus Jeju. So if you are interested, then keep on watching. So the first topic is why or why not you should live in Jeju versus the mainland. So I guess why you should live in Jeju?
I guess it depends on the type of person you are. If you like outdoorsy stuff, like if you're, I don't know, you like hiking and fishing and scuba diving and all of that, then Jeju is definitely the right place for you. But even if you're not that type of person, like I wasn't that type of person, but because I moved to Jeju now, I'm starting to like those things. So it could change your perspective on, like, instead of being in the city and doing the typical clubbing and I don't know, like it's just different. Yeah.
I guess one reason why you should live on the mainland is like you have access to the rest of the mainland, so you can go to Seoul, Busan, Daegu, Incheon, Gyeonggi. Like you have access to the whole island. I mean, the whole mainland. So,
yeah. And then another good thing about living in Jeju, we do now have direct flights, so you don't have to necessarily come to Seoul or Daegu or wherever to get a flight. But it's not all the places. Some places you still need to go to Seoul first and then fly out. But then most places, not most places, I'd say like a few, you'll still connect somewhere like Hong Kong or Malaysia, but it's easy to travel to other countries.
A pro about living on the mainland is that we have different modes of transportation, which we will talk about a little bit later, but like there's so many different ways that you can travel around Korea, so that's a big plus.
What's a big plus? It's a small area, like Jeju's a smaller island, so you get to know the island within, I'd say, a month. Within like 2 weeks, I already knew my buses. I know I can never get lost because the island is small, so I know if the bus is going in that direction, it's going to like Seogwipo. If it's going that direction, it's going to Jeju City. And all the drivers or transport, I don't know, like bus drivers and taxi drivers, they all know every part of the island. Like they know your area, so it's good, and like it's easy to find anything because it's like so small. It's probably like 2 hours. Yeah, like 2 hours you can finish the whole island. Yeah.
That's so cool. Like there's no way you could finish the entire Korea in 2 hours. Like, I think even just 2 hours, no, you wouldn't even be able to go through Seoul in 2 hours. Like,
so you see, it's too big for me.
Why you shouldn't live in Jeju?
It's isolated, very isolated from the rest of Korea. So if you like watching YouTube channels, especially like Anne's channel, then you're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna do what she's always been doing. But if you placed in Jeju, then this is the first time I even came to mainland since I've been in Jeju for like seven months. So I get lazy. I'm always like, I need to fly out. You need to fly out to go anywhere. If you want to leave the island, or you can either take the ferry or whatever, but we'll get into that. It's just like a mission to leave the island and do stuff, and things are expensive. If you buy things online, they'll charge you extra to get them to Jeju.
Why you shouldn't live on the mainland? It's so big. Like it's just so big, and the convenient thing about Jeju is, like you said, you can get around Jeju in like maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours or 2.5 hours. And I mean, the mainland is cool and all, but like it's huge. There's so many things to see and do, but it sometimes feels overwhelming, like how much there is to do.
And also like why you shouldn't. Jeju is expensive as compared to mainland, because most of our stuff, like fruits and stuff, like everything is imported from Korea and then, well, mainland, then to Jeju. So Yeah, things are very expensive. I heard like it's the most expensive place in Korea to live in.
Like more than Seoul?
Yeah.
Wow.
So apparently if you go to Seoul, if you live in Jeju, then Seoul is very cheap. It's like I don't know.
Wow.
How long were you there? Didn't you notice?
I mean, I was mostly like going on the tour and stuff, so I didn't really like go shopping and things. Like I was in the touristy places.
Yeah. So also a lot of tourists come there. It's a touristy area, so that's why also everything is expensive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess another reason why you shouldn't live in the mainland, this is based on my experience from living in Sejong. I've said this so many times on my channel. Sejong is basically like a bunch of apartment buildings. It's not really that interesting. So, I mean, someone else could be living in Sejong and say that they love it.
Yeah. I always say it's like a preference thing. You could come to Jeju and hate it.
Yeah.
I can go to Sejong and love it. So, we don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know. It's a preference thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't like the same things. And we don't, I don't know,
Yeah.
enjoy doing the same activities. You might really think hiking and whatever that Jeju has to offer is boring. Maybe you like the night scene, the party life, then don't come to Jeju. Because it's probably like one club and a few bars, but
Yeah. It's not that
it's
lit.
it's not lit.
So next we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of living in Jeju versus the mainland. So we'll start with the cons so we can end on a positive note. So the cons, we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
So a con of living in Jeju.
Everyone is on the mainland, so if I want to see my friends or everything, like you have to fly out. That's one thing that's really like annoying.
Like really plan, like
Plan,
okay, this
like, I
weekend
need
I
to
have to buy
pack.
a flight.
You know, you cannot just take a bus and be like, hey, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that. You genuinely need to plan and buy a ticket. What would you say is a con for your area?
A con about Sejong, it's so boring. It's just apartment buildings.
Yeah.
So I guess a lot of the pros and the cons we kind of mentioned with the previous question of why or why not you should live in Jeju versus the mainland. But I guess we can talk more about the pros.
Yeah. Pros, it's a small area. It's a tight-knit community. Everyone knows each other. I know my bus drivers. I know the ladies that clean at E-Mart or Lotte. There's one E-Mart in the whole island. So it's like...
Is it in Jeju City or?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's in
good.
Jeju City. It's like close to my house.
That's good.
So you end up knowing, even if you don't know like the names or you don't talk, but you know the same people. Like there's this maybe 5 people that we take the same bus every morning. If I see that girl running, then I know I'm late because the bus is about. So when she runs, I run too. So it's that type of thing. Like I'm pretty sure I would not know how to keep track of like the fast life here. So yeah, I like how slow paced and
Tight-knit.
Yeah. Everyone just knows each other.
That's really nice.
What do you like about Sejong?
Sejong, I guess mainly about Jochuan. We have a train station in Jochuan. So the train station is about a 10 to 12 minute walk from my apartment. So like I could go anywhere in the country really, which is really convenient.
I think we're just gonna end up mixing the pros and cons because it's like I think of something, right? So like in Jeju we only have 3 modes of transportation. It's either you fly out, which is usually an hour if you're flying to like Korea mainland, or if you're going to Hong Kong, wherever, it could be 3, it could be 1 to Japan, or you use a ferry, which is 4 hours to Busan. 4 hours.
Just Busan, like
Just
not
Busan,
even Seoul.
not even Seoul.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, I haven't tried it. I want to, but it's just like 4 hours. And then there's taxis. So yeah, it's the bus, the ferry, taxi, and the airplane. So we don't have the trains that you just mentioned. Subway, no.
KTX,
No,
Yeah.
none of that.
That's definitely a pro about the mainland. Like there's so many ways you can travel around Korea. You can fly, KTX, the train, the subway, depending on the city you're in.
Different buses.
The buses. You have the city buses and the bigger buses that go from city to city.
Yeah.
Like, it is so convenient.
What's another pro or con?
Jeju is beautiful.
Yes.
Like, it's gorgeous.
Jeju is beautiful. 100, hands down. They call it the Hawaii
Yes.
of Korea, but I think it deserves the name. I haven't seen most of Korea, but the fact that so many people flock there, then it's like, I think Koreans know, like, that is the place. Yeah, it's very pretty. When I go to school, I like use the coastal route bus, normal bus route. You just see like the ocean from point A to B. It's just like a great scenery every day. Oh my gosh, and when it comes back, it uses like the forest route, so it's just like,
and is it like during the sunset?
First, yeah.
Oh my god.
So it's good because I knock off at 5 p.m. So that's when the sun is almost about to set. So yeah,
it's so beautiful.
Pretty.
I'm like jealous, but also not jealous because like I like living on the mainland.
Yeah. And I can't see myself living here. It's just too much for me. I love Jeju. It wasn't my initial preference. I just put flexible, but I'm glad I got it because I don't know, I'm just lazy to do things. I probably would have never went to Jeju because I'm always like, nah, like I'm comfortable. I get comfortable and then I'm just settled for a while. So it's a great area to settle. And my apartment is in a perfect area. My bus stop is downstairs. I'm 10 minutes away from the airport. I have a bank opposite. I have emotes. I have all these shopping areas. Like literally, I can walk to. You're like anything. In the heart of Jeju City. Yeah, like, I can do anything. I'm 5 minutes away from the beaches.
There's nothing around Sejong, no beaches.
Yeah, so I can do anything, really, anything. It's just, I can only do anything around Jeju Island. Maybe not mainland. Yeah.
While we're talking about your epik placement preference, like just because you put something on your application as your preference doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get it, especially when it comes to the mainland. Unless you're putting something like rural, like Gangwon or
Jeju.
Like, yeah.
Jeju is very isolated, so if you put down Jeju, you'll probably get Jeju.
Yeah.
No one wants to live there. People want to go there, like, and just for like Chuseok or visit. Nothing like, oh yeah, I want to move there.
Yeah. But like if you're trying to aim for a big city like Seoul, where you know that everyone is going to apply for Seoul, like the likelihood of you getting Seoul is...
How do you just put one preference or
just one?
Oh, I don't even remember. I think if you don't know Korea, just put flexible, man. And just pray to God.
Yeah, just see where it takes you. Like,
yeah,
you may love it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I wasn't a hiking person or anything like that, but now Jeju has like changed everything about me. So I think you'll like it. Just trust the process.
So something that we were talking about yesterday before she came to Daejeon to see me is that when the day that you left Jeju, it was like pouring, raining.
Yes.
And you had texted me like, "Is it raining over there?" And I'm looking outside like, no, it's hot, it's sunny.
So Jeju is it's got its own like weather conditions. It's always raining, always windy. It's actually known for strong winds. So my co-teachers always say like, don't wear dresses. My friends and I joke about it. We say it eats umbrellas because your umbrella will be like messed up in seconds of stepping out. Like the wind is so strong. Sometimes it blows me away. Like really? I'm just like, yeah, it's strong. Like sometimes the windows, it's so, and it's not even like a typhoon. Typhoon is hectic.
A regular day.
It's just a regular. The winds are very strong.
There's no way I could be in Jeju during a typhoon. No.
Yeah.
And we've already had 2 or 3.
Yeah, and Jeju's always like a definite.
No.
Yeah. So the weather is way different from mainland as well. Sometimes people are like, wearing shorts like, oh, it's so hot. I'm like, because we have so much wind, it's never that hot. I don't know. Sometimes it's humid, but we still have wind, so it's not bad.
I think something that I liked when I came to Jeju during Chuseok, the 2 days that I was in Jeju, like it happened to be no rain, even though there was like a typhoon. I think it just ended.
I didn't even know.
So-
You were so lucky. You were
And
so lucky.
it was so beautiful. But it was super hot. But one thing that I really did like was that it was super windy because like it cooled me down.
Always
It was
that's like
so
our
hot.
temperature. That's like our weather conditions all the time.
I was sweating like crazy.
Yeah. What did I like about being here? And I've only been here for 2 days, so I can't really say.
Yeah, and we're in Daejeon. We're not like in Seoul.
Yeah,
or in
yeah.
Sejong, so
Just that the fact that you've like mentioned that we could take a train or this and go to Seoul for like an hour or whatever. That's like mind blowing to me because if I wanted to do those things, then I have to fly. So, and how much is like the KTX or subway maybe to go to Seoul from here?
from here, well, from Jeocheon, if I wanted to take like a slow train, an hour and a half, maybe 12,000 won.
Man.
Yeah.
So if I want to go to Seoul, then I'm looking at 80,000 won return
For an hour flight.
for an hour flight. Well, it's a return trip, so you
Yeah,
go
both ways and back.
yeah, but
Yeah.
major disadvantage.
Yeah. But I mean, you haven't really felt the need or the pressure to even like.
I mean, unless there's like festivals.
Yeah.
So yeah, so all the festivals are going to be on mainland for sure. If it's like an international, there's an event, there's international artists like Rihanna was here,
Yes.
Shawn
still
Mendes.
upset.
Yeah, we were at school, we were working. Shawn Mendes. Who else came?
Her and
Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
All in Seoul. She can literally go to a concert.
But
within-
that's another thing. Like, if those things are during the week, like when Rihanna came, it was like on a Wednesday or a Tuesday.
yeah.
Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to catch a train back.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And still go to work the next day. So
Yeah.
it's like a pro and a con. You know?
So I guess it also depends where in Korea you're placed.
Yeah.
But even if you're placed in Seoul, I'm pretty sure they have disadvantages or like cons about living there. Yeah. Every area has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
And they always gonna differ. You can
Yeah.
live in Jeju and have your different
exactly, like it's really dependent on you. Like it's dependent on how you make of the situation. Like,
what do you like?
I agree.
I agree.
So when it comes to epik and the pay scale, usually the bigger cities like Seoul, Incheon, Busan, Daegu, they get paid the lowest compared to other cities.
Because they're very competitive.
Yeah.
So everyone wants to go there.
Exactly. And then if you're in a province, depending on the province, certain provinces make more than other provinces. So we're both level 2, like on the bottom of the pay scale. So how much do you make?
So we're supposed to make 2 million, but we now on 2.2 because of the areas that we're placed in and having multiple schools for me. So like you'll get 2.1 because you in Jeju, and it's not really, it's isolated, it's an island, but it's still like a good place, a beautiful place. Everyone wants to go there, but then everyone that works in Jeju has more than one school, so you get paid extra for every school that you teach at. And I have 2, and I'm one of the few people. Actually, everyone I know has 3 schools or more. Yeah. So, how does your pay scale work? Same.
So for Sejong it's a city, but since it's such a new city, it's technically kind of still considered like a province in a way. So
because it's just buildings.
yeah, kind of like yes. So it's not on the same pay scale as like the bigger cities like Seoul and Incheon and Busan.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit higher. So I think I get 2.2 million won. But since I only teach at one school, I don't get more than that.
Yeah, I guess Jeju isn't really considered a rural.
I think some people think, oh, it's so far, it must be rural.
Yeah,
but like they don't really
it's
realize
a proper. When I'm on the island, I don't even feel like I'm on an island. Like I just feel like I'm here. I don't know if do you feel like, or maybe because you knew, like I forget that. But my view, like my window, like, I see, because I'm 10 minutes out.
Yeah,
from
like
the
you're
airport,
in the
so I
city.
see airplanes flying out every day. That's when I'm like, oh shit, people are leaving the island.
Yeah.
Because I forget it. I don't feel. When I thought Jeju, I thought like Hawaii, like those
that's
vibes.
What I was
like,
expecting.
Yeah,
which
it's
I mean,
just,
I think depending on where on the island you are, like if you're at a beach, then you'll feel like you're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But, like since my hotel was in the city, like it felt like I
just in Korea.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really nice. Like.
You need to come back.
Yes, I definitely want to come back. There's so many things I want to see and do.
And the cafes are like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
There's good Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many times I've seen people take photos. Like every day there's like a professional. So I think people even fly out for like their wedding photo shoots.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's everything that we wanted to talk about. So if you have any questions or anything that you think that we should talk about more or describe more, then definitely leave that in the comments below. So yeah, thank you for being on my channel. And you should definitely check out Palesa's channel. I've mentioned her so many times on my channel before. Like she's amazing. And we did do some videos together.
Yes.
So you should definitely check them out. I'll leave them linked down below and also up above. So definitely check those out.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming all the way over to visit me.
Yay. Special. It's so special.
I'm the first person she's visited on the mainland.
True. True.
I feel honored.
Have you ever had a collab on your channel? I'm the first collab. Yay! Shout out to me. I made it.
Shout out to me. So humble.
Yeah, so humble. Shout out, man, to myself.
So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.